Welcome to Creekside Estates here in Grafton, Wisconsin, and Sarangela Estates right next door in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. These two neighborhoods are smushed together to really be one community, but they ride the line between Cedarburg and Grafton. These neighborhoods are very similar to the Cedar Point neighborhood that we did in a previous video. You can see in the card above that, both in size and year of build. However, they're a little bit less expensive being on the other side of town here, and in addition, they have a little more character, a little more unique. Or Cedar Point, they have almost all cedar siding, very traditional straight lines, colonial. There's still a majority of colonial homes, but you have a little more flavor, a little more a zest, in my opinion, to the outside styles of the home. And the actual reason why it's called Creekside Estates is there's about, let's say, maybe around 10 lots or so that are actually abutting up to the creek, one of them which recently sold for right around $1.1 million. That is by no means the norm in this neighborhood, as the majority are kind of in that $600,000 to $800,000 price range. My name is Jacob Sheets, your Wisconsin real estate agent, and me and my affiliated agents cover the entire state of Wisconsin. And whenever you're ready to book an appointment with one of us, you can do so in the link below in the pinned comment and in the top of the description to get directly onto our calendars and start meeting with us to plan whether you want to get, showing one of these homes literally today, or you're about a year out for your next transaction. The other link down there will also be a live refreshed website where you will be able to see all of the properties that are currently available in these neighborhoods right now for sale. So if you do want to check them out and see if any of them fit the bill that you really want to go take a look at, go ahead, take as much time as you'd like, and then you could even, again, reach out to us and get into one as soon as today. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button and ring our notification doorbell below so you don't miss any of our future videos. All right, let's go take a look at Creekside and Sarangela Estates. We are now back in the office, and let's take a look at the statistics for the Sarangela and Creekside Estates neighborhoods. We can break down the property by price per square foot, average bed bath count, average price point, so you can see if this is a good neighborhood fit for you. So looking at it here, we can see the Grafton and Cedarburg communities. Intercepts here, mainly on Quaip Road is a big dividing point. We can actually zoom in a little bit and see where we're at. We can see this northern part up here is the Creekside Estates, and it kind of ends right about here or so, and divides up to this southern portion being Sarangela Estates. And the Sarangela Estates is in Cedarburg, and up here Creekside is in Grafton. So we can kind of see majority of everything over in this direction, as well as Grafton, and then everything else over here, and the Glen and Cedar Creek, which you can watch the video of right up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the last 3 years worth of properties that have been for sale and sold. We can see that right now on the market, there's literally nothing available for sale. This is February in 2024. And right now our inventory in the whole Milwaukee metro surrounding area is still floating around those 2 months worth of supply. So there's not a whole lot out there. When we look at this here, we can kind of zoom in. We can see where this is all at. So this one was in Creekside Estates, and then Sarangela, and Creekside Estates. So we can see the price points here have sold anywhere from the $550,000 on the low end, backing up with their backyard onto Quaip Road. And then we can go downwards and we can see these in a range primarily in the $500,000 to $700,000 price range, with the 1.149 or almost $1.15 million range that was right on the creek. And combined with the low inventory and the basically inexistent lots left on the creek itself for any type of water frontage at all in the Cedarburg surrounding area, and Grafton, of course, these properties can really go up to that $1.2 million range pretty quick, even if the neighborhood itself, we can see, is selling, again, like I said, into the $500,000 to $700,000 price point range. Let's take a look at the stats side by side here. Go to the list view, and we can see the average days on market is around 4 days on market. We can see at the higher price point lasted a little bit longer. We were at 1.2 million and ended up going down and selling. I got an accepted offer about 50,000 below asking with that water frontage. Here we have at asking price. Here we have over asking, and we have at asking price, and just a tiny bit over asking price to seal the deal. That was going back in 2022, 2021, and in 2023 was our most recent sale here at 725. And this was a 1 day on the market. So again, if you want to move into this neighborhood, especially in the next couple of years or so, there's not going to be a whole lot of inventory available for sale. So you, again, might not need to be a little more proactive. Get your agent to knock on some doors, call other agents that have listed properties in these neighborhoods before, see if they have any scoop or inside knowledge of what's going to be coming to the market soon. So 1 day on market here. These are 5 bedrooms. We got a 3 and a 4, and the one that was at 1.15 million was a 4-bed, 3.5 bath. That is the most amount of bathrooms out of anyone's that were there, and it has about 1,500 square feet finished in the basement, which is the most of any of our options here. We can see that that one had a total of 4,700 square feet, and a sale price, the approximate $250 per square foot, compared to the other ones, which were capping out a little bit higher at the 227, and the most recent sale being at 172. Keep in mind that's skewed lower anytime you have the basement square footage in there. So you can kind of take that out and then compensate for that when calculating to see main level square footage. So we can see in this range we have anything from the, let's say, $200 per square foot to $250, depending if there is any type of water frontage and what the basements look like as far as for finished square footage. And then also being able to know that, again, the general price range in the mid 500s to mid 700s is pretty normal in this neighborhood, with getting as high as 1.2 for a comparable. If you're looking to list your home, you're on the water right here, you actually have some data that you could provide over to an appraiser to say, even if we are getting a conventional loan, which I believe this one was a finance transaction versus the other ones being cash, you have a pretty good comparable to show them and say, hey, our house is actually potentially worth as high as that $1.2 million range, if not even more, if we have increasingly competitive markets going into 2024. As always, if you want to learn about what the actual live numbers are just like this right now as you are watching this video, because it could be years
renters out in the future as far as we know, feel free to reach out to us in that business email below or book that appointment on our calendar, and we'll make sure to discuss as much as you'd like and nerd out on all of these fun statistics. So let's go ahead and take a look now that we know the stats behind these homes and look at the neighborhood and the surrounding areas and what are selling points and potential reasons why you may want to live here in this neighborhood, specifically in Creekside Estates and Sarangela Estates. So let's dive right into where this neighborhood is actually located. Here, obviously, state of Wisconsin. Milwaukee is in southeastern Wisconsin, and we are just about, let's say, 15 to 30 minutes north of Milwaukee, depending on where you hop onto the highway from. And we have us over here taking Highway 43, all the way up to Cedarburg and Grafton, which again, like we were right on the edge of the two. You can hop off on either one of these exits here in Grafton or down here on Pioneer Road in Cedarburg. And as we take this exit here in Grafton, we would go through the downtown Grafton and take a left here to access our neighborhood. And now that we've arrived in our neighborhood, we can see where the boundaries are between Cedarburg and Grafton. Right here in this red are the lines for Cedarburg, and we can see where Sarangela Estates are on the south border here, and then on the north side being Creekside Estates. And seeing what's nearby in the neighborhood community, as far as parks, we have Acorn Park, which is just southeast, literally within walkable distance. We have the Grafton Lions Park, which we've had in the prior videos, and the really cool water that is both accessible on the creek itself and it's a little tiny water retention pond / mini feature. And of course the Georgetown Park, which we'll do a different video later on this neighborhood, but it is very confusing because there's a whole lot of roundabouts and everything in there. People can often get lost there. Even seasoned veterans will have to do a few extra turnarounds in this neighborhood, but in the heart of it is a really nice, cool, semi-wooded park that is a lot of fun and a pretty private neighborhood feature. Going up next is the Thorson Elementary School, which you've seen in other prior videos. Just like right here, we have the Coy Trails and Sandhill Trails as well, which you can click on one of these videos here or the thumbnails on the screen, the card of that prior video as well. And then going forward, we can see the Grafton High School as well, and right next door is Form and Fitness Health Club. So I did have a membership here for a little period of time, and they got a lot of extra amenities. You know, they've got the sauna and trainers and just a whole lot of extra resources. So if that's something that you're into and you're looking to get connected with, this is a very good and popular big gym in our really small towns of Cedarburg, about 12,000 people, and Grafton, similar size as well. Okay, and then of course we have our downtown Grafton area, which is the historic stretch with the Milwaukee Ale House. Is one of the great restaurants in the area. You can actually, if we zoom in a little bit further, there is this patio space that you can go and actually watch the water here and also hear it flowing going by. And they also have in this park right over here, if I zoom back out for you, Veterans Memorial Park, which I didn't really mention in this video yet, but they have food truck events, Lions gatherings, things like that in this park, which is a beautiful place. You can even put in, your kayaks here as well, and go up on the river and enjoy and have a good time while listening to and enjoying the beautiful water flowing in the background. So that does it for some of the highlighted nearby amenities. And if there's anything that you think that we missed that's just fantastic about living in this neighborhood, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. That's a really fantastic feature to voice your opinions and let us interact with each other. But on top of that, also share with the people that are moving into the area and trying to make the right fit of going, which community and neighborhood do I really, really want to plant myself in?
Did you enjoy this neighborhood tour or think that we might have missed something that is really special about this area? Go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And as a reminder, while you're down there, you can click on the pinned comment to get directly into our calendar to book an appointment or even take a look at one of these properties right now. If you want to see all the other neighborhood tours just like this across the entire state of Wisconsin, click our playlist right here. Or if you want to see inside of one of the homes here in this neighborhood, you can click this for a property tour if we have one available. Otherwise, a special video custom tailored just for you. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.